Hello, happy Easter to everybody. How is everybody today? Thanks for joining us on this live. Wait for a few people to arrive. I've got to get a cover for the phone. 1 second. I've left it in my tractor. Let's have a look. Hi, Intrepid Fraidy Cat. You're always number one. You're always the first one there. How are you doing? I'm going to get somewhere where I can just see the comments a little better because it's very, very bright and really hot, I hasten to add. Oh, how are we doing? Happy Easter, guys. Yes, happy Easter. Good evening from Norwich. Hi, Leslie. Intrepid Fraidy Cat, we're all good. Thank you very much. Evening from Maidstone, Kent, Illinois, Suffolk. Happy Easter. Hi, Emily. Happy Easter to you too. Hiya from Nova Scotia. Jolly good, huh? Yes, Cat F. Jolly good. So, how are you all doing? I'm waiting for Rachel's out putting straw out for everybody. Ontario. Hi, Ontario. Happy Easter to those who celebrate. Yeah, absolutely. Happy Easter from Houston, Texas. We have a problem, Houston. How are you all doing? So, everybody's out at the moment doing the feed. We're also putting out some straw and just making sure everyone's got a decent bed and just sort of like doing a bit of a freshen up. The guys have been out mucking out this morning. So yeah, it's all go at the moment. And I've got, how many glasses does a man need? I think that's probably too many. Let's have a look. Hi from Ballock. Well, a blessed Easter day from Chester County, Pennsylvania. Happy Easter from Croydon, Northern Virginia. Thank you, Susie. Hi, everyone. Hi, Trisha. How you doing? Oh, and then it was message retracted. What's the matter, Trisha? Did you not feel like you wanted to say hello to everybody? Right, I'm going to move up here. I'm going to see what we can find. Rachel suddenly disappeared on me, which is always a worry. That means she's up to something. Who knows? But it will involve feeding animals, undoubtedly. Hold on, I'm going to get to some shade again. It's so hot. This is ridiculous for this time of year. This is some crazy heat we're getting here. I hope this isn't a forebear for the summer to come, because if it is, I think we're going to disintegrate. Right, okay, let's have a look. Emma, thank you very much for your super chat. Emma Horsey says hi.
Hi, Emma.
In Millie's memory. Oh, thanks, Emma. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Yeah, you didn't say my name, Sandy. What do you mean I didn't say your name? Are you like the one that should never be named? So, oh, Barney's here. Barney's here on the live. He's here to say hello. Make sure everybody's all right. Yeah, you okay? Barney, where the hell have you been, boy? Look at the state of your legs. What have you been doing? Have you been in the river? You're just a little bit muddy, aren't you? And a bit stinky. Look at the state of him. Can you see how dirty he is? My goodness me. That's lovely. That's when you're so pleased that he loves giving you a cuddle, you know. We've had a lovely day in Kent, but rain all next week. Oh, yeah, that's not so good, is it? To be honest, we could do some rain here. This has been, it's crazy. We've had such a long time without any proper rain. And it's making a big difference, because when you look at when we compare it to this time last year, when we just had that big storm. Do you remember that massive storm that we had here? And it was like a tornado that came through this region, and everything was so green, and but now it's like a desert. He was out having fun. Yeah, I think he was. He's quite happy here, actually. He's just come and sat down here. Look, we're in the middle of a live. Hello. Look. Don't avoid the camera, Barney. Don't. He's very shifty. We call Barney shifty because he doesn't like to maintain eye contact. He's trouble. He's trouble, aren't you? He's going to the vets this week. He's going to have his teeth cleaned because he has very, very stinky breath and he's got very dirty teeth. So he hasn't been brushing his teeth. So he's got to go and have that sorted out, haven't you, big boy? Hey? Yeah. He's so good looking. Look at him. He's so handsome. Debbie, thank you very much for your super chat. Easter blessings to all of you. Oh, well, thank you very much, Debbie, and same to you too. Debbie, I meant to say to you that your, if you remember, some while back, you donated a new electric fence box to us, and I put it in my workshop because I didn't want it to come out until we got a new fence open, because it's a new charger. I didn't want it to get ruined. And anyway, we built the new shade paddock for the horses, and your electric box that you donated all that time ago is being put to good use. So it's now keeping their shade paddock completely safe. So thank you again for that. That was a very nice. It was like getting the gift all over again when we got that out and set it all up, and it's got a solar panel on it, so it keeps it charged. It was lovely. So thank you very much, Debbie, for your contribution and your donation of that box. So for those of you that don't know, I'm sure you do anyway, unfortunately we lost Millie the cat at the weekend. We don't quite know what happened to her, or how it happened. We know what happened. She effectively got like a punctured lung, and then the air built up around the outside of the lung, which meant she couldn't breathe properly. Barney's joining in now, telling us all the story. Barney! But Millie used to live in the feed shed here, and she was 100% outdoor cat, and she would just live on the sanctuary, and she always used to stay with the pigs, and especially like Big Ben and all the pigs down the bottom. That's where she lived all the time. She would be in with them, and one of the girls saw her, Ava and Estera. They found her, and then she was having difficulty breathing and seemed to be vomiting, but not vomiting anything substantial. So we got her, and we obviously were trying to check her out. There was no visible signs of any problems on her, no bites, no nothing. Just she looked perfect. She just was having real difficulty breathing. So we took her to the vets, and the vets obviously did an x-ray. We found this problem, and yeah, she said, look, we're gonna have to keep her in, she's very dehydrated, blah blah blah. And yeah, then we got the news at we got the phone call about midnight to let us know that she hadn't made it. So Millie, she was only 6 years old. We had her since she was a little kitten. She was a rescue kitten, and yeah, we were all very sad to lose her. So it's been a bit of a challenging start, really, the first quarter, I think, to this year, you know. So yeah, anyway, yeah, we were really sorry to see her go, and yeah, but we think what happened, because of the injuries internally, because we had the necropsy or autopsy done to determine what had caused the problem, I think she was crushed. So I think that where she hangs around with the pigs, or for these years she's been hanging around with the pigs, I think it's possible that maybe one of them, because she's such a tiny little cat, maybe one of them rolled over and rolled onto her, or I think it was something like that happened. Ah, that looks like Rachel going away in the tractor. Hello. Okay. She didn't see us. She's busy. There she goes. She's off now with her load of straw. Let's go and feed everybody. Sorry, to go and put some bedding in. So yeah, so that was the update anyway from Millie. Right, I'm going to try and catch up with you all, because you know what I'm like, I've lost track of all the chat so far. Hello from the state of Virginia. He was just helping you clean up the mud. Good dog. Yeah, I think he was. Thank you so much for your donkey chat recently, Julian. Loved the stories about the donkey chimney sweep. So funny. Oh, good, Anne. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Did you see the video of Barry getting his cuddle? I don't think I stuck it on YouTube yet. I think I'll put that up later today, I think, of just Barry getting a face scratch. If you're on a TikTok, it's on TikTok, and I think it went on our Instagram. But yeah, it's cute. It's cute. Little Barry's funny. Jan, hi guys, just popping in to say I got my laptop back a few days ago. Repairs done, but worse than ever. Keep losing internet and lagging, scrolling, sending love. Catch you whenever I might or might not. Okay, Jan, well, it's nice to have you back with us. I'm glad you got that laptop sorted out. That's good. Rest in peace, precious Millie. So sorry to hear about Millie. Didn't know about that. Yeah. I'm just going through. Oh, lots of messages about Millie. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think, well, it's anything that seems to make sense with her of getting to be crushed only because of the state of her injuries. So I think that's probably what happened to her. Anyway, Myra, thank you very much for your super chat. Sorry I missed the last two lives as I was on holiday in Scotland. I'll watch them later. Sad news about Millie. Oh, thank you, Myra. Well, I hope you enjoyed Scotland. It's got to be one of my most favourite places in the world. What part of Scotland were you in? What part of Scotland were you in? Aye. That's awful to think that may have happened. Poor thing. Yeah, it was sad. It is sad. But you know, the thing is, you know, we have to concentrate on the good things and the positives. And really, when you think of it, you know, she couldn't have had a better life, could she? Really? I mean, just the run of the sanctuary. She could go where she wants. She was a very happy little cat. You know, it could have been so much worse. This is the only life she ever knew because she was here from a kitten. Yeah, I mean, it's, yeah, you've got to sort of like weigh it all up, really. And, you know, you can't, you know, as much as you want to wrap them up in cotton wool, don't you, and make sure that they're all kept safe and everything, they got to go out and do their thing, and accidents happen. So there you go. There you go. What do we do? Right. So anyway, what I thought we could do now, if I can maintain connection, then I thought what we could do is go and see the guys and see what they're up to. So it'll be a little bit more interesting. I have the biggest crush on Ronnie, Steve, and there, Julian. These animals are already in heavy. Yeah, heavy or heaven, I think. I'm not sure what. Barry's so funny though. That one, he was in bliss. I was giving him a cheek scratch, and he was absolutely blissing out. He just loves a cuddle. Right, guys, let's go and see if we can stay with them whilst they put out the straw, and it'll be a bit more interesting. And shall we go and visit? Let's go and visit Sophia and Eva first. Let's go and see them. So I'm not gonna be watching your comments too much for a minute, and we'll just go for a little wander. Hold on a minute. How did Julian get my laptop? My laptop was fixed from my comment. I'm tearing my hair out. Oh, so I see. So your laptop's not fixed. Well, it's just the fact that you're here, Jan. What? You know, I thought you weren't here. You are here. I thought you said you got it fixed. What's going on here, Jan? This is it. This is coming back to haunt you, you see. Jess, thank you very much for your super chat. Evening all, late fee, although not quite as late as usual. I'm learning. Well, thank you very much for your late fee. Absolutely right. Goatee looks so much better jumping about. I know, Linda. It's that dog is amazing. Do you know how many times he's had us heartbroken, saying goodbye to him, thinking that's it, and then it's like he miraculously finds a second wind and says, I was only joking, not really. It keeps us guessing. Why are you wearing two pairs of dark glasses? Well, these are dark glasses that are reactionary. Is that right? Reactive? I don't know. So I can read the comments. And these ones are non-reactive, but these ones are darker. So, and when it's really bright, I have to put the both on because these ones don't go that dark. See what I'm saying? There's a science. Good luck with the laptop, Jan. Yes. Probably one pair is for reading. Yeah, there you go. There you go. What's going on here? Hold on a minute. I can go again any moment. The whole thing is a mess. Just wanted to let you know I'm always thinking of you all, except Julian, that is. Thanks, Jan. Right. Let's go and see what we can find. Let's go and see what we can find. Let's go on a little journey, on a little adventure. Right. I might lose you, so if I lose you, stay with me. So the horses, they've all been fed. I'll show you this part first. Hold on a minute. So what we've done is, up here, this end of the field, you can see it's all covered in shade. So we've extended their paddock and they've got their shelters and paddock all ready for summer. This is what we've built. We built this last week for them. So they've got a complete new little shady paddock here, and they've got their shelter, field shelters to get out the wind. Some more up there, and then they can get right under these big trees that we've got here, and that gets them out of the way. And this here, this is the solar box, which keeps them all electrified and good. Not them, the fence, I should say. And that was donated by Debbie, so thank you once again, Debbie, for that. Now this little horse we have in here is quite a strange looking little horse. As you see, yes, it speaks. Do you want a carrot?
Yeah.
This is Eva. Ava.
Eva.
Forever and ever. Ever and ever, Ava. The horses. Jacob. This is Jacob, in case you didn't know. What have you got on your eye? So Jacob, this is why it's called Jacob's Ridge, is because of him. And he was our first proper horse rescue. And this is why it's called Jacob's Ridge. He came to us when he was just 2 years old. And he's an absolute thug, and he's my best buddy. Aren't you? And they're all waiting for their Avenatti. And then the rest of the horses. Oh, hold on a sec. Here, I don't know if you can see that because of the sun, probably not, and also my phone's a bit rubbish. God, why is that not focusing? Doesn't like that, does it? That's so strange. Doesn't like the focus situation. Oh, it keeps losing focus. I don't know why that is. There's the donkeys. So what we've got is we've got this old stuff here. This is an old bale, load of old rubbish, but it's good enough for bedding. So it was originally bought as to try out a new food type for the horses because it was a little bit cheaper, and we thought it might work for them. And in fairness, they did quite like it, but it's just rubbish. It's dirty, it's old, it's a bit crappy, so we decided not to give it to them. So we're just giving it to the pigs, and to give them a mixture of stuff and forage to eat, plus a bit of bedding as well. So that's what the guys are doing now. Hi, you okay?
Yeah, you okay?
Yeah. Where are you heading now?
Polly.
Do you want to say hello to everybody?
Hi everyone.
Oh my goodness.
Easter Sunday.
It's Easter Sunday, I know. Polly. Right then. This is your mean machine.
Yeah. My blue.
Needs a clean.
What are you cleaning, Julian?
Why is that my job? You're the one that uses it. Oh, I see. Doesn't have time to clean it because she's too busy using it. So this is Alex.
Hello.
Now, for those of you sharp-eyed people out there, you'll know that you've probably met Alex before when he's been here. Because let's say, once you've seen him, you never forget him. For all the right reasons, obviously, Alex.
I don't believe you.
This is Astera.
Well,
I go up here. Oh, no connection. Right. We lose connection quite easily around here. Oh, so they're putting that out. I'm going to go around the other side. Now this little piggy, hold on, I'm going to show you this little piggy. That little piggy there is called Broccoli. And now I know a lot of you will have met Broccoli before, but she has been a bit naughty recently because she's been bullying Ava. And what she does is she sneaks up behind you when you're not looking and she bites your feet, don't you? Yeah, you do. And she's a little bit of a bully. So yeah, that has been a bit difficult recently. This is an old, I'm just sorting out this old an old horse feeder here, which needs to be repaired. So Sophia and Rach have been working with the horses this week and giving them all grooming, and you can see, I love this time of year. Once they lose their winter coat, they get so shiny. So, hello. This is Dakota, and Dakota was born here, and she can be a lot of trouble, Dakota. She's very, very, she's intelligent, and she's just not scared of anything because of this environment that she's known all her life. Hello, what are you doing up there? What are you doing? Actually, so Dakota, I actually delivered her, and yeah, so this is all she's known, and because of that, she's very, very confident, and because she's confident, she basically she'll go anywhere, she'll do anything. She's just not scared at all. She's very, very, very bold horse, and I don't know if you can see. So behind me up here, we've got the ridge, and last week, so Dakota, with her mum and her nan, broke across the river, ate their way through the bamboo without us knowing, and then ran all the way up and was running around the top of the ridge all the way up there, shouting to the other horses, saying, "Hey guys, come up here, it's really cool." So we had to go up there and go and rescue the horses. So it wasn't so good, to be honest. Right, we're going with the donkeys. I'm just trying to get a shady spot so I can see some of the comments, just in case there's any questions on there. Right, if I go here, oh, that's a bit better. Get out of this sunshine a bit. Right, let's have a look. She's never known anything but kindness, which is lovely. Yeah, Anne, absolutely. That's the thing, is that you can see the difference between the horses that have known only this and those that have come from a background of being ridden or being, have got some kind of abusive backstory or something like that. There's a real difference. There's a spirit within them that's totally different, and Dakota is all there. Do you know what I mean? She is all there. She's looking at me now. It's like she's planning it. She's working it out. She's a funny little thing. Adventurous horses, yeah. Donkeys would look cute in Easter bonnets. I'm not sure about that. Steve, they're eating now. I don't think we're going to get much out of the donkeys at the minute. Should be called Thelma and Louise. Yeah, absolutely. Easter egg hunt. They could have carrots instead of eggs. Well, I think Sophia was talking about. She was talking about doing an Easter egg hunt for the animals, but I think they did go to some effort and put out and made some Easter eggs, but I don't think they ever did it. I'm not sure what happened there. Let's have a look. I'm just catching up here. it is their MO with having a sanctuary. They live free and easy. Oh, it's very true. Okay, we've got lots of cracked screens, broken computers, broken phones. If you could see the state of our phones, we're right with you as well. You just got to keep it going, you know, hanging on by a thread. I think that's the majority of us. And this technology is great, but it just breaks so easily, doesn't it? Especially if you're a little bit heavy-handed, which I've heard you are, Jan. Don't keep banging the computer, Jan. Stop it. All right. I can see you now in my mind's eye. When it's not working, I bet you bang it. That's what it is. You're banging the computer. I keep getting intermittent internet. I'm missing the animals, but I'm not missing Julian though. Jan, are you sure it's the computer or is it your internet connection? It's just what you need, isn't it? Isn't that annoying when especially when it's technical problems? You've got somebody giving you wise, you know, like, oh, are you sure? Have you turned it off and on again? It's really frustrating, and you're like, yes, I've turned it on and off again. I've done it 5,000 times. It's not working. Someone said, oh, well, have you tried this? And it'll be something really simple. Of course I've tried it. What do you think I am, an idiot? So anyway, Jan, I'm going to give you plenty of that, all right? Also, Jan, this message is just for you. Forever. Okay, good. I'm not repeating that. That was one time only. Julian, are you looking for your glasses? They're on your head. Yeah, I know, Jane. I'm aware of they are. Look what my stupid hairdresser did, right? Oh, hello. You just spat on my back. That was Dotty. Look at this, right? Look at this for a haircut. Where? How? Look. What does that bit do? Where? How? Why is that bit there? What am I supposed to do with that? What? It's just constantly there. It's just there. This little bit on the side. So yeah, don't know what that is. Apparently, it's all the rage. What can I say? Life with animals, things get broken. Well, they do constantly. Your connection is great at the moment. Very clear picture and very good sound. Oh, that's good. Jessie says, I can 100% see the difference in the dogs we've had between those that have experienced abuse and those that haven't. Earning the trust is an amazing privilege. Yeah, you really can, can't you? It's yeah. There should be some kind of study done on it, I think, because I think it's especially evident. Well, it's evident with all animals, but I mean, I suppose to me, it's more evident with horses. You can just see the difference. You know, you see a horse that's been broken or traditionally trained or whatever, and then you see one like here where they've lived pretty much, you know, with nobody messing with them. There's something different in the eyes. There's different in their spirit and their character, their personality type. Well, I don't even know if it's personality, but you can certainly tell the difference. It's amazing. Ronnie, my dog Buster, is your biggest fan from Indiana. Oh, Birdie, thank you very much. Oh, well, hi, Buster. Stop tossing your computer. You can't fix it that way. Oh, well, it's come back worse than it went away. Oh, wow. Jan says, up yours, Julian. Well, that's not very... Thanks, Jan. Even when you tell them all you did already, it's condescending. Yeah, that's what it is, isn't it? It's that whole condescending nature of you obviously don't know what you're doing. Let me help. Oh, you're so stupid. Let me step aside. Right. What you do is, have you got your caps locks on? That's probably what it is. It's you've got your caps locks on, and is your volume up? You know, that's probably what it is. Your volume's too loud. And have you got it plugged in, Jan? Is it plugged in? That's probably something to do with it. I'll just spray that again. That's probably got a lot to do with it, I would say. Yeah, you probably haven't got it plugged in. Is it turned on, Jan? Is it definitely turned on? Just double check. All right. You're not just looking at a reflection of yourself, are you, in the screen? I kind of get the impression that you probably do that a lot. If you're looking at the reflection, if no one's talking back to you and it's only working when you're talking to it, then it's probably you. Ah, that's fun. This is fun. This is my chance to get my own back on Jan. Julian, just curious why you don't consider investing in round pen panels. They are heavy but movable and would withstand your horses knocking down the fences. Well, Jennifer, thank you very much for that question. Yes, we have considered round pen panels. We would like to get some. At the moment, the only supplier we can find for round pen panels is up north. They are ludicrously expensive. And because they're so heavy, the transportation costs are prohibitive, and plus the fact the guy that's selling them is an utter moron and just can't seem to string too much together in the way of a sentence, and it's an exercise in frustration. I can give you his number if you like. I mean, I can give you all his number if you like, and we can all ring him. And it's just, honestly, you've never met such a moron in all your life. Honestly, I can say this because I'm not mentioning his name, all right? But really, it takes stupid to a whole new level. This guy, he's got these round panel pens. Pen panels, he says, talking about stupid people. He's got his round panel round pen panel, something like that. We don't know what it does. He's not Irish at all. I'm just making him Irish. Yeah, he's. You say so. You speak to him, and it's like, hello, in Spanish, right? So let's read between the lines, okay? So you say, hello, I'm calling about the panel pens that you have for sale. Yes. Okay. How much are they? They're this amount of money. Oh, okay, that's perfect. All right. And can you tell me a little bit? How do they interlock, or is it just the panels? Are they self? Is there any additional things we need to buy to get them to clip together? No, this is what this. All right, perfect, fine. Okay. And what would the price be for, say, 15? 15 what? 15 panels. What would they be? What sort of panels do you want? Sorry, the round panel pens that we were just talking about. What do you mean, the panels that go together to create a round pen? Yes. Oh no, we haven't got any of those. But what were the panels that we were just talking about? Oh, they're round panel pens. They're round pen panels. Yeah, that's it. They're the ones I want. Oh yeah, we've got those. Well, how much are they? How much are what? Those panels. Which panels? And that, I'm not joking, is no word of a lie. That's exactly how the conversation goes, until in the end you can feel your brain melt and you think, it's me, isn't it? It's me. I must be stupid, because nobody else in this world could possibly be that stupid. But yeah, it's true. There are some really silly people out there. How do they function? I don't know. So anyway, I think this guy has got a huge amount of supply of these panels. This has all come from this question, so thank you very much for this question. I bet you're really glad you asked. And yeah, we don't know. The short answer is, yeah, I've considered it. Yeah, it would be cheaper for me to set up a smelting operation to create my own metal fabrication factory. It would probably be quicker and easier for me to do that, to fabricate our own panels, make them ourselves, paint them, invent a new paint. It would probably be quicker totally to wait for a whole new generation of people to come through to then employ them. It would be that much quicker. All right. Anyway, thank you, Jennifer, for that question. Any other questions you would like answered? Right, hold on a minute. Hold on. Right, hold on a minute. Right, I'm not getting involved in that question. 1 second. Oh, it's a bit punkish, Julian, your hair. Thank you. Yeah, it's a bit punkish, isn't it? I might go punk. I might go full punk. I love your ranch and horses and donkeys and pigs. Even the people are happy. Ah, Linda. Yeah, it's it's good, honest work, isn't it? I think that's what it is. It's good, honest work. You've got lots to do. There's, and yeah, it is good. It's generally a good, happy working environment and a good, happy feel. Yes, a good team actually. Yeah, we're very, very fortunate, and I think the animals get the benefit of that spirit. You know, I think that's what it is. But I'm glad that transcends. Anyway, that's good. Greetings from India. Have a lovely Easter. Well, thank you very much, Parth. Greetings to you in India, and you have a lovely, happy Easter. That's for the donkeys to nibble. Yes, that is true. Oh dear, was the mirror broken at the hairdressers? Jane, no. This is what it's like. This is the life I live, and these are the people in my life. What can I say? Let's just go with it. You know, you have a hairdresser that does that, and then at the end goes, okay, thank you very much. That's £3. And you go, well, okay, it was £3. Where else can you get a haircut like this for £3? Julian, your hair, did you stick your thumb in the electric charger? Yeah, sometimes I do that. Yeah, if I'm feeling it, like I just really want a different look, just lick the fingers, stick them in the socket, and away we go. Who knows where it's going to end up. It's very clear that Buster, my dog, is trying to sniff you. Oh, birdie, is he? What is condescending? Oh, bless you, Sandy. Oh, Sandy, that's condescending. Are you being? Is that? I don't know. Sandy, I'm not even going to go down there. I feel that there's a trap there. I'm not going down it. Your hair is lovely, just like the donkey's. It's little top knots. Right. Okay. Oh, we're talking about riding now. Yeah. I mean, so from our viewpoint on it is we don't ride the horses at all, and they are here, they're unridden, and I suppose the question is, I hear that argument a few times actually, where people say, well, they enjoy it, and the fact of the matter is that in my experience, and as far as I'm concerned, and my understanding is that if you look at a horse that's, say, kept in a stable a lot, and then someone comes along and they take it out for a ride and they go and ride, and obviously the horse is happy to be out of the stable and riding, but the question is, does the horse actually enjoy being ridden, or is the horse just enjoying being out of its stable? Would the horse enjoy it more if someone wasn't on its back and it didn't have a bit in its mouth and it didn't have a saddle wrapped around its waist? Would the horse enjoy it more? And probably common sense, I suppose, would suggest that the horse would probably be happier without all the added paraphernalia, i.e., a human on its back, a bit in its mouth, reins, all the rest of it. So yeah, that's my view. But we're all different, and you've got your opinions and how you look on it, as I have, and I respect that. But yeah, there's quite a few studies that we've looked at regarding horse riding, the impact that it has on the horse's back, on its spine, on its joints, which are not good. They're not great, and those studies are out there for you to look at and to research yourself. And I would suggest, I'd recommend you do that and have a look at it, because then you can make an informed decision about what you do with your horses. Personally, I get a great deal of satisfaction from working with them, doing groundwork with them, just playing with them, just being part of the herd with them. And I get a hell of a lot of satisfaction from that. As much as I would love to jump on them and go for a ride with them, and I really would, and I used to ride, and sometimes I really miss it, especially in this environment. There's some wonderful trails that you could go up the mountains and everything, it'd be amazing. But the fact of the matter is, from the research that I've done, that Rachel's done, that we've done together, and just over the years, we've determined that it's not that great for the horse, so therefore we don't do it. So, and that's what it is. But that's not virtue signaling. That's not saying somehow we're better than you because you ride, or any of that business. It's just, this is what we've done, this is how we've looked at it, and this is our viewpoint. And all I could say is, all I would recommend you do is just have a look at those same papers, have a look at the same research, all those things which, and if you genuinely curious about whether or not it's such a good thing to do, then do that research and make your own mind up. So that's where I'm going anyway. That's all I'm saying on that matter. It's good to see, if I don't get back, that others are carrying on Give Julian Cheek as my legacy. No, Jan. No. Oh, Jane, why did you mention Klaus? I'm holding him back. All right, the Klaus. All right, hold on. Where do you buy a kilt big enough to fit a donkey? Aldine, they make it. They've got their own little sewing station. They've got their little sewing machines, and they go out there and they make all their own costumes. Yeah, fancy dress, everything. Sunday Raz. The Sunday Raz. That's what we're changing the name for Sunday Chat to Sunday Raz, Julian. Oh, I got the Sunday Raz. Oh, about IT people. Yeah, right, hold on. Here we go. Right. Jess says, my dad is one of those people who will come in and suddenly the problem magically fixes itself just because he's looking at it. Like when you take your kid to the docks and then they're suddenly fine. Oh, isn't that frustrating? That is the most annoying thing. It was like, yeah, but it wasn't doing that before. It was doing this. And it's like, what, are you mad? Okay, yeah. Klaus. Jane and I love Klaus. Sandy, stop it. Jane, stop it. All right? We don't need Klaus right now. You don't need Klaus in your life. Because you don't want to let Klaus out. You want to keep Klaus in. There's a Hotis bum. Yes. Yeah. And there's a Steve, actually. Steve is there. Look. Oh, if I do that now, you can see Steve. He's just having a little munch. If I do this. Hold on. Goodness me. I shouldn't really be sitting on this floor. Oh. I'm just sitting in a pile of donkey poo. Oh, my life. Is it plugged in? Did you switch it off and on again? We used to get that in the office from the computer guys when our computer wasn't working. I should really catch up. I think I'm way behind here. Right, hold on a minute. I've been rabbiting on as usual. I'm just going to skip a few messages here, guys. So, Anne, does the ridge bluff erode in heavy rain? It might take down the development eventually. Yeah, the bluff does erode constantly. When we have heavy rain, you get massive landslides, and yeah, it makes a cracking noise. It's amazing, literally a big cracking noise when it slides. But yeah, but there's nothing up there, so there's nothing to come down. The only thing that's up there that might cause a problem one day is a great big electric pylon. That might one day come down, but that's the bane of my life. I hate that. I don't know why they chose, it's such a beautiful area, just to stick a great big electric pylon on the top of it. It's so annoying. So annoying. Oh my God. Right, hold on a minute. The people can really affect how the animals are going to behave. Absolutely. Yeah, that's one thing we've really found is your attitude definitely affects the animals, 100%. And yeah, they just become like a mirror, really. They become a mirror to you. But then I think the environment can be a mirror anyway. If you're in countryside and you're in a beautiful space, if you're in a depressed mood, it can be a very depressive environment. Yet if you're in a happy mood, it can be, it just acts as a mirror, doesn't it, to how you're feeling. Well, that's been my observation anyway. I think Ronnie and Steve could be hairdressers. That would make a good donkey chat. And that's a good idea, actually. Let's see what they do. Let's see what happens there. Farm life is messy and dirty, and something is always broken. So true. Hold on a minute. You might be better to get some hairdressing scissors and let Rachel do it. No, Annie. No. Rachel is not cutting my hair. No way. Hello, Flower Pot. Hello, Flower Pot. Hello, I just came across your channel and I'm from the UK. Well, hello, Flower Pot. Thank you for coming across our channel. This is something that Klaus does all the time. Oh my God, this is not a bad welcome. Hi from Southend. Hi, Kim. How you doing, our Southend? Thanks, Artemis. I forgot again. Artemis. Annie G, thank you very much for your super chat, for all you do. Thank you. That's very generous of you. Thank you very much. Flower Pot, welcome to the Jacobs Ridge family and Madhouse. Yeah, don't listen to them too much, Flower Pot. Honestly, they just lies. It's all lies, whatever they tell you, especially Jan. Your new place might be weeks away, and when it does happen, your to-do list will be a mile long. Would now be the time you and Rachel take a holiday? Well, yes and no. I'm planning on going back to the UK for a week or two. No, probably about a week. Very soon, because I just want to go and see family and some friends. Rachel's going to be here with the gang, and then Rachel and I are planning to get away in probably July. We might get a chance to get away late July, early August. So we're going to try and do that because there's a gap basically, and where we might be able to do that. If we do get the permissions, or when the permissions come through, yeah, I mean that might scupper plans for holidays or getting away. We'll see. But at the moment, I just have to put it all out of my head. I've just got to assume that we're never going to get permission. It's never going to happen. So just forget about it, because otherwise it drives you mad, and it eats all of your energy and your enthusiasm, your motivation. Because if you know, that's one thing I found before, was that my motivation suffered terribly, because just constantly waiting for this permission and it not coming was just like getting a constant knockback. And there's only so many knockbacks you can take before, you know, it has a real negative effect on your mental state. So yeah, I just had to sort of say, well, do you know what, look, let's just forget it. Perhaps, you know, it's never coming, and that's it, and we'll just move on, and we just keep going, doing what we're doing, stay here, do what we're doing, and when it comes, if it comes, great, but don't keep looking at it. A bit like watching a kettle boiling, you know, it just never boils. So walk away, leave the room, and it'll be boiled when you come back in. So that's how that's my that's my tactics at the moment anyway. Can Sophie join us, please? Hi Henry, hope you're doing well. No, she can't join you at the moment because they're out doing straw for everybody. I'm sure she'll be back soon though. Your opinion is the only right philosophy. Oh, Barbara, thank you. That's a nice thing to say. Sandy says, that's why I hate the old westerns. They can't ride correctly. They saw at the poor horses' mouths and ride them too hard. Sandy, yeah, I mean, that's... Oh, you know, you start getting into the whole conversation about bits and what they do. I mean, there's some amazing studies on bits and the detrimental impact it has on a horse. You know, they use bits, they work for a reason. You know, that's why they use them. But yeah, there's that's a subject matter that's quite close to my heart. I think they're very archaic. And they're just not a nice thing to use, but people use them all the time, and they go, oh, it's a soft bit, it's this bit, it's that. It doesn't matter what kind of bit you use, they're not good. They're just not good for horses at all, in my humble opinion. And from the things that I've read and the things that I've seen, that's my opinion. You're obviously welcome to your own, and I'm sure, you know, it divides a room very quickly as far as that's concerned. But from what I've read, from what I've seen, from my experience, which isn't inconsiderable, then, you know, that's my viewpoint. But yeah, it's bad. Trackless riding is the best. You have to listen to the animals. Absolutely, I agree with you. You know, I mean, because I think there's a relationship there. If you're completely tactless, yeah, there's no coercion. You know, there's an understanding between you and that horse, and you've got to be in tune with the horse, because if you're not, you're going to be in trouble. But there is a caveat on that, and that is, if you go tactless but on a horse that's been trained with tack, then what you have is learned submission, and that isn't good either. So ideally, look at this blinking Wally. What are you doing? She's being nosy. So yeah, what you ideally want is to ride tactless, but ride tactless on a horse that's never been trained in a traditional method and hasn't gone through the whole process of learned submission. and learned submission with horses and donkeys. Well, any animal, you know, with training where it's learned submission, is not a good thing, because it's keeping them in that state of submitting because they've had to submit because of a negative connotation or a negative consequence. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the words I'm looking at. But anyway, I don't want to get too heavy, but you know what I mean. Rachel's the one to talk to about all of this. She's been doing a lot of studies on all of that, and yes, it's good. It's very, very good. It's eye-opening, actually. We're going to be working a lot closer with various universities and things to get this point across, actually, because it needs to, because we need to move forward with the way in which we treat animals, and our understanding of them, and how, you know, old training methods, we need to evolve. We need to get rid of some of the old training methods, and you know, it's bit by bit. It's bit by bit. Cute donkeys, handsome man, I watch all the time. Aunt Ronnie 1953. That's a very nice comment. Thank you very much. Hold on. I always feel sorry for the horses in the Grand National. I think it's cruel, these jumps. And yeah, couldn't agree more. Yeah, we were having a conversation. We're having quite a meaningful conversation, aren't we, about the existence of cruelty within, you know, horse sport and thing. But yeah, the Grand National is 100%. I will argue with anybody. It's my opinion, but it's cruel. It's just cruel. And we were discussing it today, actually, over lunch, and it has to stop. Absolutely has to stop. But there's so much money involved, and that's always the problem. But yeah, it's a cruel race. It's a horrible thing, and it needs to be consigned to the history books. You know, it has no need for it here. Why are we doing it? Why are we doing it still? There's no need for it. Anne says, my mare let me know when she wanted me to ride and when not. I respected this. Many times we were far off on a trail and I had to hike back on the ground with her. It was just fine. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, it sounds like you had a good relationship with her. You know your animals. You don't have to justify your choices. All are well and happy. Yeah. When I was a young girl, I took riding lessons, but I hated the bits in their mouths. Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? How we, as kids, I think we're more intuitive as children, and we probably understand a little bit more, and we're probably a lot more sympathetic as children. And then as we get to be adults, we're I don't know, there's a hardening of the heart, or I don't know. There's something that happens, I think, as we get older, and well, hold on a minute. Thanks for that. I'm just going to move away from. Oh, we're doing a nice. That could have been really. Oh, look at that. Thank you, Dottie. That could have been so much worse, really. You've just pooed live on YouTube. Shuts you up, doesn't it? Could you imagine in any other business where that would be acceptable? Any other business? Go to a supermarket and the lady behind the till just suddenly gets up, drops her pants, turns around and does a poop on the tills, Dottie. Would that be acceptable? No. Or you go into a garage to have your car fixed and the mechanic just stands up, drops his trousers and does a poop on your bonnet of your car. Wouldn't be acceptable, Dottie, would it? And yet there you are. Don't give me that look. Comes on your live. It's all these people that support you, help keep food going in that belly, and you just poop in their face. Sorry about that, everybody. Could have been worse, couldn't it? Could have actually pooped on me. Almost did, actually. Green Eyes, love it, from Liverpool. Hello. I can never ever watch that. It's so cruel. Yeah, absolutely. Annie says, King Charles has been selling half his mum's horses. Has made £2 million so far. He must be short of a few bob. Well, I don't know about that. Ronnie wearing the kilt and doing the Highland fling, Steve playing the bagpipes. Can just imagine that. Yeah, that is quite an image, isn't it? It was just it's the image of Ronnie running around the sanctuary with a kilt shouting freedom. That did tickle me, I must say. Are there herds of wild horses in Spain like we have in the US? Well, Aldine, thank you very much for that question. The answer is yes. They're up north. If you have a look on YouTube, there's a video, and there's a few videos of it. What they do is there's wild horses. They roam around up north in Spain, and once a year, I think it is, they have a festival, obviously, where they round up the wild horses, and they drive them into a local town, and this town absolutely swells with people, and then they just have this festival, for want of a better word. It's cruel. It's just cruelty. It's bloody horrible. And they separate the babies. They manhandle the horses to the ground. They cut their manes. I think they then sell them, or they do something, or they put them through an auction or something, I don't know, and then they release some back to the wild. It's brutal for the horses. It's really brutal. But have a look on YouTube, you'll see what they do there. But yeah, it's cruel. It's just cruel. More cruelty with the horses. Drives me mad. Let's have a look. Birdie says, I'm trying to adjust my budget so I can be a member of this channel because I love it so much. Birdie, that's you don't need to pay to be a member of the channel. You can, we go live every Sunday, and we just talk about various things. Sometimes we talk about silly things, sometimes we talk about sensible things. Depends where the conversation's going, and it depends if Klaus pays attention and turns up, which he probably will do. He's coming. Hello people and animals, happy Easter. Looks like a beautiful day. Where in the world are you? Kathy, thank you very much for your message. We're in Murcia in Spain. Who is Klaus? Well, Klaus, okay, I'll be sensible, I'll answer it. Klaus is just a character that he kind of just made an appearance one day, just out of my head, and it just gives us a bit of a giggle. So Klaus is a what's the word? Deviant. Yes, I think that's the right word. So Klaus is a character. He's a deviant, and he does like to make an appearance on the channel every now and then, and he's saying just inappropriate things, really, mainly innuendo. Innuendo. You are a good man, and all of you take such wonderful care of all your animal family members. I love all that you do. Well, Margaret, thank you very much. That's a very nice comment. Thank you. Julian, you never rabbit on. I do rabbit on. I rabbit on constantly. Sometimes I do this video and I think, I haven't shut up for like over an hour. I've just been blabbering on. Or what do they call it in Scotland? Blethering. It's just blethering. It's blethering on and on and on. How else can anyone talk so much? What the bloody hell's going on with that man's head? Anyway, I didn't know they have membership, Birdie. No, we don't have membership. No, what we do is we do Patreon, which is a great way to support the sanctuary. You can do, I think you can do memberships on YouTube, but we haven't activated it. But the best thing you can do for us is to go and watch all of our videos, because if you watch them, let the ads play, because then YouTube, they very kindly send us some money once a month. And also, if you do super chats, that money comes in, they stack up all that money for us, and then they give it to us at the end of the month. And that's a great way to support the channel as well, because that's that really sort of keeps the wheels turning, especially when you get a few vet bills and things come in. It's very nice. Occasionally, you know, we've been up against it, and then all of a sudden, unexpectedly, YouTube send us through the payment which we get from the super chats and from ad revenue and things like that, and it's like, wow, thank God for that. You know, it's amazing how, yeah, it's amazing how it all adds up. So yeah, it's a good way to support us. Okay, hold on. Steve is just behind Julian. Is he? Hold on. Oh, I've got they're all bums at the moment. It's all bums, waggy bums, and they're all eating at the minute. Julian, you said you were an actor. Did you stop to do this? Cherokee Girl, no. I didn't stop to do this. I just found that, well, acting is, what's the word? Unpredictable. That's the word. Can't think of the word. You don't know, and you're in the lap of the gods, or the casting directors, or the directors, and yeah, you just, you never know really, and it can be a little bit disheartening sometimes. You give I don't know about, well, I tend to give my all, so I give everything I've got into any project I'm working on. As an actor, I do, and that means that, but it's not always appreciated or seen or understood, and that can be a little bit disheartening, to be honest. And you just think, well, I don't know why why bother? Just why bother? Yeah, I love acting. It's definitely something I really enjoy doing, and yeah, the opportunities don't come by that often, to really sort of, like, I don't know, do good stuff and work with good people. It's quite hard, and plus the fact it needs a lot of attention. And this place needs a lot of attention, and quite frankly, I think if I've got to choose which one gets all the attention, it's always going to be here, over the acting. So as much as I would love to be doing some more, it would really mean I'd have to probably relocate myself somewhere, and yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, but no, I certainly haven't stopped. I'm still doing it. I've got another couple of projects on the go. I've recently, not recently, I suppose, yeah, I did the English, which was wasn't a huge part or anything like that in there, but it was good fun to do and to be involved with. And then I've got a couple of other projects that are coming up, which are quite nice little projects. So yeah, we'll see where it goes. But this is where my heart is, really. Is Rachel coming to say hi? Well, she will do as soon as she's done, I think. And says, yes, respect the animal's choices, but I'm literally watching Murphy the Wonder Dog pulling my wallet out. It's his choice, but I have to restrain him. Yeah, don't want a dog to get hold of your wallet. Julian, can you call Ronnie over? We'll try. I don't, honestly, when they're eating, they don't really like, no, see, straight away, they know what I'm doing. Hold on a minute, I'm going to see if, so Hoti is here. Hoti. Ronnie's in the background, but if I go anywhere near him, I don't think he'll want to. We'll try Steve. Steve might be a little bit more interested in saying hello. Steve, hello. Hello. You're live on YouTube. Have you got anything to add? Oh, what? No? Shall I leave you to eat your dinner? Yeah, I think we've got to leave them to eat their dinner, really. Right, hold on. I'm just going to move over here. Yeah, the old donkeys, they don't like being interfered with when they're eating. Which is fair enough, I suppose. Right, let's come over here somewhere. It's actually become a little bit more bearable now. That sun's gone down a little bit. It was getting stupid hot. Let's go over here. Oh, wow. Okay, right. Animals are very quick to pick up on people's moods. They certainly are, absolutely. Grow your hair and put it back in a ponytail. Ordine, no, I'm not doing that. I think those days are gone. I used to do that probably about, I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago. I don't think I will do that again. Julian, do you have YouTube memberships? We haven't activated it. We do have the ability to do it, but we haven't turned them on. Do you think we should? Do you think we should turn on memberships? Let us know if you think we should, and yeah, we'll turn it on. I don't like to, I mean, the super chats that you guys do for us once a week really do, you know, they're tremendous, and they really do help us, and we really appreciate it. And yeah, I don't know really. We both feel a little bit, we don't want to be constantly doing that. Do you know what I mean? We don't want to be, you know, always knocking on your door, because everybody, you know, everyone's feeling it, aren't they? You know, we're all feeling it, and you don't need that. And if you can do a super chat, that's lovely, and it makes a big difference to us, and it really helps. But if you can't, it's like, just being here is great for us as well, you know. It's all good. So yeah, we just sort of like made the decision to not activate the memberships, but I don't know, perhaps we should try it. I don't know. I really don't know. I always feel a bit odd about it already. Wait for Julian to say, where are we? Right, Jane, where are we? Where are we? Okay, audience, smashing good look for him. Smashing a good look for him. Smashing good look. Smashing. What kind of word is smashing? Hold on a minute. Oh look, we've got here. Hold on, we've got a visitor. Hold on a minute. I'm going to turn the camera around. If it will. Siri. Hello, big boy. Can I say hello? No, he's a bit nervous. Oh, hold on. Here comes. Come in. No, you'll be fine. Right, okay, here she comes. Sophia is approaching with potato and eyebrows. You've got to come say hello to Henry.
Come here. Sit. Good boy.
Oh, he's handsome.
Good boy. Hello, Henry. This is Potato. This is Eyebrows. I don't know if you've seen them before.
Well, Potato doesn't really come on the live much, does he?
Not really.
Normally you're just sort of passing.
Good boy. Oh.
He is a monster, this dog. So he was rescued. He's our most recent dog rescue. We found him
Down.
last December, I think it was. And on the side of the road, he was looking pretty skinny and dishevelled. But believe it or not, he's a puppy. He's an actual puppy. But he is huge.
I weighed him today. He weighs 32 kilograms.
Oh my God. That's probably just his potato head.
Yeah.
Have you got a potato head? He's a lovely dog.
Just keeping him well trained is important.
Yeah.
Especially when he's young.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep him under control. Hey, Potato.
He's a lovely boy though. Actually, he's still got to be castrated, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So-
think that's coming up soon.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got to do that as well. And then obviously we've got Eyebrows. Eyebrows. What are you doing, baby? What are you doing? Oh, okay.
Oh, Goaty's coming now.
Oh, and Goatee. Oh, wow, we've got the full set. Where's Goatee? Oh, there's Goatee.
Hello, good boy. Yeah.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Here comes Goats. Goatee. Yeah. Goatee just loves Rachel. And he's going to find her. That's his job. He's going to find Rachel. Right, okay. Let me turn this camera around. That didn't work. Oh, there you go. Right. I've got to catch up, haven't I, on all these chats, because I'm doing the usual and just getting completely lost and sidetracked. Where are we? Cherokee Girl says, even how you approach them will set the tone of the interaction with the animal. Always remain calm, even when you're losing it inside. Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's something that we do here. If we're taking the volunteers down to work with the horses or to see the horses, we just take a minute before we actually enter the field, and you just calm yourself down, be quiet, think about how you are, think about, you know, just sort of reconnect with you and who you are and how you feel before you actually start interacting, because it'll have a knock-on effect. But I'll even go one further than that and say, if you're losing it inside, as you put it, they'll even pick up on that. So yeah, I think they're very, very intuitive. It's lovely to see new followers on here. Welcome all. Yeah, Myra, absolutely. I second that. Welcome all, you new followers. Cherokee Girl says Klaus equals alter ego. Well, one of them. We have to keep him under control. That's the thing. He's there. You just have to, you know. Jan says, no, I hope they don't let him leave Spain. We don't want him back over here. Shut up, Jan. Right, I'm going to try and catch up here because I'm right behind, and then it starts getting less interesting. Don't threaten me with a Julian face off. Right, hold on. I can't believe that Steve hasn't taken over the chat. He loves social media, yeah. Well, he's too busy stuffing his face, little fat donkey. Steve has a pretty bum. He does. Hold on a minute, that wind might be picking up a little bit. 1 second. Lisa, thank you very much for your super chat. Less than 2 months before I come to the Ridge from the States. I'm looking forward to learning and ready to work. Ah, Lisa, that's great. Thank you very much. Well, we're really looking forward to having you here. And yeah, you're going to be on the live chat. How strange will that be? So you're going to be the other side of the camera and you're going to be here. And yeah, we can put a face to the name. So that'll be good. Or not. It might be horrible. I didn't think of that. What should we do? We'll have a code word. I'll let you all know. If when Lisa's here, if she's really horrible, we'll have a little code word and I'll just tell you she's really bad. Jess says, if you ever do have time to do your podcast or go on another podcast, I'd love to hear more of your talks about animal behavior and the science behind it. I could listen all day. Jess, yeah, that is something that we want to do actually, because there's so much that we've learned and we continue to learn. It's not like we're sitting here saying, oh, we're the experts, we know everything there is to know. It's just sharing that information that we've picked up along the way as well, and obviously working with them 365 days a year. But I think what makes it more interesting here is that obviously animals are individuals and they're as individual as we are. But what I find interesting is that we've got quite an unique and unusual opportunity here, in that we have a herd of horses and there's a mix. There's some that are broken, there are some that were born here, there are some that are rescued, they're all different, but they've all formed a herd. So we learn how the herd operates and how they operate as individuals as well, and that is fascinating, and how fluid their structure is. All of those things, it is fascinating. And yeah, we should definitely do that podcast, because like you, I think, even, you know, if I was not part of this but from the outside, I think I would be interested to hear that as well, because it is interesting. And it's backed up as well with studies, and you know, we've done that research on the research papers and things like that. So there's some interesting things there. So yeah, that would be good. We'll look at doing that for sure. Carol says, you are still very young. That's got to be to someone else, Carol, is it? That's not directed to me. Cherokee Girl says, there's less complacent when you're tactless. My horse raced for 7 years. He's a crazy thoroughbred. He would never leave me behind or lose me because he trusts me. Yeah, okay. Complacent. Yeah. Complacency, I think, do we mean? That might be my mistake. Yeah. Complacency. Is it complacency or is it laziness? If you're riding tactless, you have to be 100% connected. so therefore it's actually becomes harder. And I think anything that makes it harder or makes you have to concentrate more when you're working with the horses is a good thing, especially if you are expecting to be on their back and riding them. I agree with you, yeah. And you know, that's why the bits work, isn't it? Because you can be a little bit more lazy, I suppose, with them, but at what cost? And that cost is ultimately borne by the horse. So yeah, fundamentally I agree with you what you're saying there about complacency, for sure. Emma, one of my fellow vet nurses was saying she has horses and rides but would never specialise in equine veterinary as she is too scared of being forced to learn the truth, which was really interesting. Emma, yeah, that's so... Absolutely, yeah, that... We have to look at that, I think, in ourselves. I mean, I think we have to look at that. We have to look at that in ourselves as humans. You know, there's so much that we do, and as I say, I'm not, you know, I'm not virtue signaling and, you know, trying to claim that I'm some perfect human being. Jan, we know who I am, but no, the point is that, yeah, that's a really good thing for that nurse and your friend to say, because that's the start, isn't it? That's the start, I think, for to actually acknowledge the fact that, hold on a minute, I'm doing something, I know it's wrong, but I don't want to know it's wrong, so therefore I'm going to ignore it. But to actually say that out loud, hey, that's a good step. You know, that's at least a step in the right direction in my book, because it's like, well, maybe in 6 months, or maybe in a year, or maybe in a month, depending if that's whirring around in her head, you know, one day she might make that connection and say, well, actually, I could change my behavior, I could change my attitude or my practice or what I do, and, you know, what's the challenge in that, or what's the problem with that? But I think that is the issue. You know, I think when we challenge ourselves regarding anything, you know, it's pretty scary, isn't it? It's really scary when you start challenging the status quo, and you start challenging the way, you know, the indoctrination, and you start looking at your own levels of indoctrination and the things that you've accepted over the years. You know, it's scary. You know, it pulls at your very fabric, at your foundations, and you sort of like go, whoa, hold on a minute, hold on, don't want to look at that. And yeah, it's a bold move, I think. And I think our attitudes and practices towards animals, I think that factors in greatly with that. So yeah, and I think that's why it's really important that it's very important that you can't be judgmental, and you can't be judgy, because it's everybody's personal journey to go through. And you know, what makes sense to you one minute, you know, you might change your mind the next. So yeah, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. Sorry, just going through, just got to try and catch up here. Could you hit the like button, please? Ladies and gentlemen, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. VM Cougar says, I found horseback very uncomfortable. Instructor said I had no seat. And here I thought my bum was lovely. Well, yeah, but how would you have felt if the instructor had said, well, you know, you've got a lovely bum? I don't know if that would have been appropriate. It's been great to see Dottie on camera more. Yeah, except that bit where she was pooping on it. Jan says, don't get me started on the friggin' National Grand National. When you have to do stats on who survived, etc., you know it's the Kerching torture event. It makes my blood boil. Yeah, nothing more to say to that, Jan. I totally agree with you. Let's have a look. Right, I'm way back, aren't I? I'm so far back. Right, okay, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. Sorry, I've got to try and catch up a little bit, guys. I apologise. I've got on one. That's the problem. You see, this is what happens. What we need is a bit of Klaus. Klaus needs to put it back all in. Why? It's like I don't know where that comes from. You know, why does he say these things? It's just it's there, isn't it? Uh, uh, right, hold on a minute. Right, hold on. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to catch up on these comments. Oh dear. Aldine says, does this mean you are a temperamental actor? A bit difficult.
Yes.
Shut up. Who are you anyway?
Yeah, I know.
Get back to work. So rude. No, I'm not a temperamental actor. I used to be. I've had some proper actor breakdowns on the set before. Really proper actor breakdowns. I can understand it, right? The problem is, I think, the issue is that if you are acting and you're playing a particular character, and you get yourself into that state of mind of that character, and let's just say, for instance, that character is, you know, I don't know, mentally unstable, or is you're playing out a scene where it's, you know, deeply affecting you emotionally. You know, some actors can turn that on and off like a button, and they can say, okay, well, action, and then they go along there, they can deliver the lines and they can do their thing. You know, unfortunately, I'm not that skilled. So what I tend to do is I tend to try and get there and feel it. And when that happens, it's great, it's magical, and it's you know, you kind of like, it's a form of, I don't know, self-deception, I suppose. But it also means it's quite hard to turn it off. So if you're playing a lunatic murderer, and you've got yourself in the position of considering and convincing yourself that you're some kind of lunatic murderer, and then somebody says the wrong thing to you, or does something that is, you know, it can be an initial reaction. So yeah, I've had some actory kind of breakdowns on set before, but we won't talk about that. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. Everyone's fine now. I mean, I've only hit a couple of directors. Acting's not a steady job. I can see how you'd lose motivation. Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, moving on from all that. We're not here to talk about all that. Monique, thank you very much for your super chat. That's very generous of you. Thank you very much. Let's have a look. Aldine says, what's the donation amount so far today? Aldine, thank you very much. It is currently at £214. That is amazing. Thank you very, very much. That's brilliant. Hold on a second. Oh, Cherokee Girl says, how can you possibly afford to do all this without donations? Just activate it all and people will decide. You're not pushy. Oh, thank you, Cherokee. That's a nice thing to say. Yeah, I hope we're not pushy. We try not to be. The Sanctuary as a project is incredibly expensive to run. And the way in which we do it is to have multiple income streams, of which YouTube is one. So super chats, that comes into the equation, revenue from ads, that comes into the equation. So YouTube as a whole is its own like little income stream. It's not very reliable, because obviously it can change. You know, if you suddenly fall out of favor, or no one wants to watch your videos anymore, or they just don't want to do it anymore, you know, you can lose a massive income stream. So not massive income stream, you can lose an income stream. It's not massive. And then you have other things. So you have t-shirts, another income stream. We have volunteering holidays. It's another income stream. We have my acting jobs when I can get them, is another income stream. And so we're just constantly looking for different ventures. Patreon is an income stream. So we're always looking at, it's all about income streams, because you can't rely on one set in its entirety. You have to be spread across many, because by doing that, then you have some strength and stability. And the issue is the responsibility of this place is huge, and the financial responsibility, the financial implications of running it is mammoth. And yeah, it would, you know, it scares you to death. But this is something that, I mean, this sanctuary we've built up over the course of more or less, as it is now, about 10 years. And yeah, it's just been, we've just keep building it bit by bit, and everything, we just keep pouring back into it all the time. That's all you can do. You know, you just got to keep pouring back into it, and you've always got to think for the bad times just around the corner, you know, because that you've got to prepare. And you don't just have a plan B, you have a plan C and a plan D and a plan E, because you've got to, because it's like no other venture that you can possibly imagine, in that it can't fail. Because if it fails, the consequences are just too great. So yeah, it's it's a serious challenge, but it's a good one, and we love it. And you just got to keep, just got to keep going. And yeah, and we do. And with your help, with your support, with your love, we're still here. So thank you very much. That's all I can say on that, really. Yeah, don't leave us. Love the dogs' names, Potato and Eyebrows. Yeah, well, you can see why they got those names, right? Right, anyway, I need to catch up here. Are you still finding Nigel in your bed? Oh, don't. I took about 10-15 minutes this afternoon, no, a bit longer actually, and I just put my feet up on the sofa, and I just wanted a little rest. And yeah, I had a little Nigel on my chest, and he's getting big now. He's getting very, very strong actually. Now, hold on, this is something you need to see. This is Rachel in the big tractor. There she is. Hello? Are you turning it off? Your flashing beacon's going. How you doing?
Very dusty.
Yeah. That's rubbish, that stuff, isn't it?
The new bale's quite nice actually.
Oh, the new bale. Okay.
Oh, but the other stuff goes well.
Yeah. Okay, what are you doing now?
How's it going? Well, I suppose I need to have a shower and make dinner really.
Well, I suppose you should really.
What are you doing?
Well, I've been working really hard.
I can see that.
I mean, I've been laying here on the floor, talking to everybody, you know, and what have you been doing? Just messing around in your tractor, feeding animals. Are you coming to say hello, or are you going straight off?
Well, I was wondering what you're doing.
Well, I'm just talking to people at the moment. We're just discussing stuff. I haven't caught up with all the comments yet. I'm a little bit far behind. Would you like to come and just sit with me for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
You could hold the camera perhaps for a little while.
Is your arm dead?
My arm is dead.
Holding
Yeah.
must be terribly exhausting.
It is very exhausting. Right, here she is. Oh, there's Django as well. Right, okay. Hold on a minute. I'm going to do this. Oh. Right, I'm going to turn the camera around. Oh, hold on a minute. Oh, my head's falling off there. What's going on? I look like I'm just a head on the floor.
Do you want me to hold it?
Yeah, hold it.
Battery power
15%. Wow.
It's not good.
Well, Andrew Tate wouldn't be happy, would he? He said apparently anybody that he's not interested in being friends with anybody that lets their phone run out of batteries.
Oh.
What a thing to say.
Pointless thing to say.
I know,
I've got dust all over my face.
You've got dust all over your face, yeah. But
Any flies in my teeth.
you do look very beautiful though. Right, let's have a little look and see what's going on. I'm very far behind. We've been talking about horses, we've talked about horse riding, bits, saddles, the Grand National. Where are you located? Where Murcia?
In Spain.
In Spain. Right, hold on. So I'm gonna go down a bit faster, guys, because I know I'm still quite a way behind, which is very unusual for me.
You are amazing.
You are. Annie says, as a child on holiday, I was allowed to ride the horses bareback from their field in exchange for helping brush them and get the sticky plants out of their manes. Ah, that's nice. We were just talking about, you know, if it's best to go tackless when you're riding the horses, but I was talking about the learned submission and all stuff like that. But I mean, we're going, that's an old conversation.
Julienne.
Is some people spell your name with an E-N
They do.
on the end.
That's the French spelling.
Julien,
Julien, just for the newbies here, please list off the films
that you've starred in.
that you starred in. Well, I think starred. Starred is a big word. I wouldn't say starred. The best thing to do, if you go on IMDb, you'll see them on there. That's probably the best thing. Just go on, look me up on IMDb, and you can see the films that I've made an appearance in, none of which you'll have heard of.
Was that your son?
No, not a silly question. No, it wasn't my son. That was Alex. I suppose it was silly in the fact that he's clearly older than me.
Was it easy for the horses to get up to the ridge?
Yes. Once they crossed the river, I was explaining how Dakota went with Maggie and Lucy. Yeah, once they crossed the river, what they've done is they've munched their way through all the bamboo, which was, up until now, keeping them all in. And then they've worked it out. They've got through. Dakota's very clever. She's found a little pathway. And yeah, just go straight up. Easy peasy. No problem.
Are you sleeping well these days, Julian, or have your dreams gone even more wacky? Sleep helps daytime mentality, I've heard.
Well, who said that?
Linda.
Linda. Yes. Sleep. What did we wake up to this morning at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning? Django came busting into the bedroom, knocking the bedroom door wide open, almost off its hinges. In the background, all you could hear was Nigel screaming like a child, because little baby goats can sound quite childish. And I was fast asleep, and I was like, who? Why is there a child in the house? I had no idea what was going on. I just thought there's some child in distress in the house. And yeah, and
So you didn't get up?
well, no, I just
You
thought
didn't
I'm sure it'll be fine. No, I knew that. I saw that you were dealing with it. So
But I later found out that, because when I got up, Sophia's light was on. I was like, oh, she's up early. She put Mog out, and that's what set Nigel off.
oh my God! So that all of that disturbance was because of Sophia.
You could say because of Sophia, you could say because of Mog.
I'll say Sophia.
Okay.
Ah, well, there you go. The fun and games we have at Jacob's Ridge.
Julian, are you hoping to do a donkey chat this week? They're always so good,
Yes,
says Anne.
I am hoping to do a donkey chat. We've got a few ideas. I think we will discuss the fact that they've been cutting people's hair incorrectly. That might be a conversation that we need to have.
Okay, so I'm just going to run a marathon, and I'll be right back.
Wow,
I need to catch up.
that's a bit
on
rude. What are you
t-shirt.
saying? That I rabbit on a bit?
I think they're saying that you fall behind on the comments.
Yeah, I do. I'm way behind. I'm way behind.
Django High Rate. Okay, this will be when I came in then.
Okay.
Who's Andrew Tate?
Andrew Tate. Don't you know who Andrew Tate is? Apparently, he was voted as the most famous person on the internet, and he's a very outspoken young man who yeah, I don't know.
Very controversial.
Yeah, he's
figure.
very controversial.
I
Yeah,
think he's lost his platform now, hasn't he?
I would think
He got
so.
arrested or something.
Yeah,
For trafficking, so not a nice guy, really.
it doesn't come across as particularly nice. But I don't know. I mean, you don't know these people, do you? Anyway,
Is your mailing address posted anywhere, please?
mailing address is
So we tend to ask for things through Amazon because unless you're in Europe, we have difficulty getting post. So what happens is it'll go to customs, and then we get a letter saying you've got something in customs and you need to pay for it. But they don't give you a lot of time to do all the paperwork and everything. And usually by the time we get the letter, it's too late. And then we've got to pay tax on it if we are in time. It's all a bit of a kerfuffle. And yeah, so
a kerfuffle. That's such a British word, isn't it?
kerfuffle.
Yeah.
So we've got our Amazon wish list. That is in Spanish, which some people struggle to translate. Can translate it using Google Chrome. Anyway, if it's easier for you, you can ask us for our address, and you can buy from Amazon US or Amazon UK if they can ship to Spain, if that's an easier way for you.
That was a good
Long-winded answer.
long-winded answer. Yeah.
Does Django
The hango.
often ride the tractor with Rachel? How cute is that? Yeah, I'm always worried that he's gonna get squished otherwise, so But he does ask to come in. To the
He
tractor.
does this really silly thing, especially when the horses are around. He runs under the tractor for cover, and of course the tractor, it's the big tractor, so you wouldn't even know if you squished him, you wouldn't even know. So yeah, it's better to have him in the cabin.
And then on the little tractor, when we're putting the horses' food out, he likes to sit on the trailer
Yeah, he
back and
does.
bark at the horses. So.
Yeah.
What's your name on IMDb?
Julian Nicholson.
Gail, hi. Late fee, how's everyone? Anyone watching Paul O'Grady tribute soon? Thank you very much, Gail, for that.
Thank you, Gail. I didn't know there was a tribute.
No, we don't really watch TV.
No, I didn't get a chance to.
When you go to England, hit up Johnny Depp. Heard he has a lot of connections for acting.
Yeah, I'll give him a call.
Yeah, is he not living in London again?
Is he? Oh, I'll give him a shout.
Yeah. The old John boy.
Johnny D. Well, me
JD.
and Johnny D, actually, we go back some.
Mhm.
I taught him all he knows.
What about just a letter or cards? Do you have to pay extra for that kind of mail?
No, we don't.
You sure?
For a letter,
From
I don't think we would for a letter.
okay.
Or
It's
a
just
card.
whether or not we would get it
That's the concern.
because it's not very reliable.
It's very unreliable. What we have is we have a post box, and it would probably get into there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What has Julian been in? I know he tells great stories like the donkeys on roller skates. Is it Shakespeare?
No Shakespeare. The various films. I say easiest rather than me sitting there and saying, "Oh, I've done this and that." Have a look on IMDb. There's some titles on there, but yeah, all sorts of ones. I was going to post up a link to. I was going to post up a link to another one of the short films, which has been, which is a nice one actually. I think you might like it. So I'll post that link up at some point on YouTube.
Who's better at the tractor manipulation?
Well, clearly me.
What do you mean clearly?
Well, clearly.
Why was that? Why would that be clearly? Because I'm a girl.
No, just because I'm better. Much better. Not even a little bit better. Well, we can have a competition if you want, but you won't win.
Okay.
Okay. Andrew Tate has cancer now, I think. Not a great guy, but no one deserves that. Oh, no, that's terrible. I didn't know that. Did you meet famous people? Have they met Ronnie and Steve? They will feel upstaged. Birdie, yeah. No, that's the idea was we were trying to get Emily Blunt to come and meet Ronnie and Steve. But yeah, I missed her by one day. So, yeah. As an actor, have you ever played a German? Germans, yeah. I have played Germans a couple of times. We will not talk about that right now. Unhinged is the word. Yeah.
Rachel, I've been explaining my laptop is back from repair, but worse than ever, losing internet and functions. Often, I've managed to like some of your Instagram posts, will react when I can. Well, that's not very good repair then, is it?
What kind of repair
Take
was
it
that?
back, Jan.
So take it back. Go, oi, now then, I like you as a person. This is what you got to say, right? You got to say, but I paid you to fix my bloody laptop, mine. I didn't pay you to sort of fix my laptop. I paid you to fix it. And it needs to be bloody fixed, mind. Right now, mind. That's how you got to deal with it, okay? I want you to do exactly like that. And if that doesn't work, tell them that Klaus is going to come round. And Klaus will bring his screwdrivers, yeah? Where are we?
It was obvious that Julian was impressed with Rachel driving the tractor. Does it need muscle strength?
No, I wouldn't say so. It's not light steering. It's quite heavy steering, the tractor.
I would
isn't
say
it?
it's lighter than the Land Rover that you used to have.
Oh my God, the old Land Rover. Yeah, we had an old Land Rover, and that was, God, used to hang on the steering wheel to get the thing to turn. You know, this is good actually. This is a lovely tractor, but it's just one of those things because we have the big bales for the horse feed, and they're like anywhere between 350 and 500 kilos for a big bale. You can't, you've got to manipulate them, you've got to move them, you've got to stack them, and you just have to have a big tractor to do it. So Yeah, it's we were using the little one for a while, but it was going to end up breaking the little one. So yeah, we just had to be a bit canny.
Is there any government funding
No,
you're eligible for?
no,
Any more strange locals dropping off poor orphans?
no.
Rachel, please can see Sophie again.
Well, that's not very nice, is it? Rachel?
I'm not good enough for you,
No,
Henry.
no.
All right, fine. I'll just go now. Then. After hearing you do an Irish accent, Julian, I reckon you would have been great in Father Ted if it was still going.
I would have loved. Could you imagine being in Father Ted? That would have been brilliant.
Okay, your
Oh.
battery is very low.
I was going to do a Father Ted then.
Go on then.
No, I can't now.
I've ruined it.
You've ruined it. Built it up.
I don't even know.
You don't know who Father Ted is? Father Dougal. Father Dougal was brilliant. I'm just trying to work out what Steve and Ronnie have done to my hair. What is that's the strangest hairstyle. I don't know. I'm definitely going to get a perm. Anyway, so what's for dinner? Yes, good question.
Not telling you because it's a surprise for Julian.
It's a surprise for me. What, like a happy surprise or a bad surprise?
Garlic.
Surprise.
Garlic
Oh, I hate garlic.
bread.
I like garlic bread.
Mm.
Yeah, don't like garlic though. Right, you. Okay. Oh, go on, go on, go on, go on.
As an Australian, I want to hear your version of the accent.
As an Australian, mate. Well, in Australia, Jane, I didn't realise you were from Australia. Which part of Australia are you from, mate? Do you put a shrimp on the barbie?
You got any crocs in the water?
The water.
In the
yeah,
water?
in the water. Because everything's a
Hello?
question. Is it?
She is his wife.
She is his wife?
She. Who's she?
Yes, Birdie. Yes.
Who's she? The cat's mother.
How is your American accent going? Oh, Aldine, it's awesome.
You haven't been practicing.
I haven't been practicing it. Well, I haven't had any need to practice it recently.
Jan. Don't. She's encouraging Klaus. Worst accent ever, says Jane. Well, that's very rude, Jane.
How dare you, Jane? No, mate. No. I'm not buying that. You're wrong there, Jane. It's actually a good, strong accent. That's a good, strong Australian accent, mate. I know my accents, and that one's all right. All right, mate.
All right.
That's all right, mate.
True.
That's all right for an Irish Australian. Well, if you ask me, I think that's all right. He comes from Australia, just the Irish part of Australia.
Your Scottish accent is not too bad.
Aye, the Scottish accent's good there, mate. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Here's for some carrots. Oh, you're Scottish.
And then you retracted it.
Oh,
No.
you retracted it.
Oh,
What?
Jennifer.
What was that? About the carrots? Vegemite.
Maybe Jennifer meant to send a super chat and then.
Oh, Jennifer. Oh, dear.
Vegemite. I like Vegemite.
Aye, Vegemite. Is that the same as Marmite?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
That's a bit of a
Is that
contentious issue.
Is it? Okay. Do you have a Welsh accent? Do you know what? My first acting job for film, I had to audition. Did I tell you this? I had to do a Welsh accent.
I think so.
Yeah. And the line was, "It was a humid day
Yeah.
in the desert."
Yeah.
And now that's all, so when everyone says Welsh, I always go, "It was a humid day in the desert." I can remember the piece. I didn't get the job.
Needless to say.
Obviously deaf.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we have diminishing battery.
Yes.
And
Well, thank you very much for joining us
Yes, thank
once
you.
again. And thank you very much for the super chats. Our total went up to £219. Do you think we could get that to £250?
wow.
What do you think? We're £30 away, or £31 away from £250. Do you think we can get there? What do you reckon, peeps? There's 141 people with us right now. Do you think?
If you all put in
Go on. If you all put in £1, that would easily
That
be a
would be
£5
more.
note.
Shut up.
It's been great fun, guys. Smash the like button. Yes, please do smash the like button. Klaus has barely entered today.
Oh, good.
Jane, this is the problem with Klaus. Whoa, what are you doing? Yeah, there was a problem. Oh, Myra,
Myra,
yeah.
thank
Thanks very
you.
much, Myra, for your super chat.
Oh,
Oh, Emma.
Emma,
Oh, thank you very
thanks.
much. That's lovely. Thank
Number
you.
one fan.
Bye, everyone. Have a lovely Easter Monday.
Bye, Annie.
Annie, thank you very much. You have a lovely Easter
We're now
Monday.
at £248.98.
248.98. We need, go on, another couple of quid. Push it up to 250. Then
£1
Steve.
and two.
Oh,
Oh,
Katie.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much.
Very
Thank you.
kind of you.
Lovely. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for all your
Always over there.
generosity. And as I say, it does make a big difference. It really helps us. So thank you. Well, I hope you enjoyed the live. Yeah, there's been hardly any Klaus. I've been trying to keep him under control. I received an email, actually. I did receive an email from someone saying that they weren't too fond of the Klaus. And yeah, so I have to be a little bit careful because
He's not to everyone's taste.
he's not. He's a little bit out there. I do think he needs his own channel.
Only fans.
Yeah, Klaus on OnlyFans, and Chaps. Klaus in Chaps, I think. Yeah. Yeah, we
Okay.
love it. Oh, I saw a thing the other day. Talking of Klaus, right? I don't know whether this is appropriate. It's probably not. Hold on a minute. I'm just thinking whether or not I should say anything. You know when you just should really engage your brain before you
Yeah.
open your mouth? Well, no, I'm going to choose not to. It involved a sex club. That's all I'm going to say. And my brain was blown.
Okay.
Absolutely blown.
Okay.
My brain was
Anyway, on that
Anyway,
note, thank you very much. for
yeah, Klaus.
your support.
Yeah.
And Valerie.
Oh, thank you
Thank
very much,
you.
Valerie. Thank you.
Kind of you. Wow, you've taken the total up to £302.76.
Oh, fantastic. That's
Thank
great.
you very
Thank
much,
you.
everyone.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Hope my Poppy and Max delivered you all an egg. Oh, we
Cute.
got some little eggs.
Yeah.
That must have been there. Oh, hello, Django. Are you coming to say hello, goodbye? No.
No,
Okay.
okay.
No.
All right, then.
Not going to do that. Where are we? Right. Where are we? Valerie. Yes. Thank you very much, Valerie. Great stuff, Valerie. Okay. Yeah. We'll see you all next week. I'll try and get another donkey chat out this week. I'm going to post the Barry video on YouTube tonight, so keep an eye out for that. You've probably seen it, but if you haven't, have a look at it because it's really cute. Barry is just really cute. He's just I went to see him the other morning, and we just had a little cuddle, and yeah, I just gave him a little scratch on his face and stuff around his cheeks, and he just absolutely blissed out on me. It's really nice. So I'll post that up so you can have a look at that if you haven't seen that already. I'll do that tonight. All right. Okay, peeps. Love you loads. Thank you very much for all your super chats.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a lovely Easter Monday, and we'll see you all next Sunday.
Sure.
Hopefully.
Well, I hope that's ominous.
I know. I don't know why I said that.
Right.
Hopefully.
Have a good week.
Okay. Have a good week. Hopefully. Love you loads.
Thanks.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You have to hit that one.
Are you sure you want? Yes.
Okay.